So here we have an example of something that we talk about all the time, which is failing upward, right? Hollywood loves to fail upward. And whenever we talk about failing upward, you always think about that clip from Christopher Lee, where he talked about failing upward being a thing that's been around in Hollywood for a long time. Of course, we're seeing it a lot more now, only because with social media, things are much more prevalent and easily seen compared to how they were prior. But still, failing upward has been a thing that Hollywood has been doing for a long time. Whenever they fail, it's always someone else's fault. They're always going to be rewarded for it, and they're going to constantly keep getting the roles and the opportunities and everything under the sun whenever they actually fail. Now, we have literally three prime examples of massive failure, apparently rumored to be getting season twos. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marvel, the lowest watched show in the entire history of the MCU on Disney Plus, is getting a season two. Moonknight, which did very average at best, probably below average, is getting a season two. She-Hulk, one of the most roasted shows, if not the most roasted show in all of Disney Plus, getting a season two. Again, this is all rumors, but I can definitely believe it. So let's get into this article, guys, from Cosmic Book News. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. So it says Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk rumored to get a season two. Rumors about what to look forward to from Marvel on Disney Plus. It's claimed that Marvel Studios is moving forward with season twos for Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight. The rumor comes via Daniel RPK, who also says Miss Marvel season two and Moon Knight season two will be more than 6 episodes. The scooper also offered Spider-Man 4, Shang-Chi 2, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool 3 are going to lay the foundations for Avengers Secret Wars. The news of a potential Miss Marvel season 4 is surprising. Aman Vellani stars in The Marvels, which is not only the MCU's worst performing movie at the box office, but also the worst performing superhero movie of all time. Miss Marvel season 1 isn't much better as it is the MCU's least watched Marvel show on Disney Plus. Marvel's Avengers video game has also been canceled, starring Miss Marvel, and the Miss Marvel comics have been canceled over and over and over and over. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marvel is literally the embodiment of failing upward. I don't know how much more you can fail upward before you got to realize, like, how is she still getting this? Like, how is Miss Marvel still getting all of these opportunities when she has failed drastically compared to any other character in the MCU or in Marvel in general? She has failed ungodly amounts why would you do it? Why would you do it? The only reason why you would continue to do it is for ideological reasons. You're not doing it for money. You're not doing it for any sort of financial gain. You sure as hell are not doing it to make yourself more prominent. You're doing it for clout. You're doing it in the hopes that it makes you look good, because you could say, oh, we have a brown girl who we are giving nonstop opportunities to because look how amazing she is. Everybody loves Miss Marvel. She is the most not watched character that is the most loved in the MCU. She's loved by everybody who never saw her show. That's essentially what they try to convince you is the truth. It says the message from fans is loud and clear. However, it's guessed Disney's agenda is the reason behind the character continuing to get such a push. Apparently, Disney's making so much money, they don't care if Miss Marvel continues to lose them hundreds of millions of dollars. All that matters is sending a message. The same can be said for She-Hulk, which tied as the second least watched Marvel show on Disney Plus with Hawkeye. We shall also add that Loki season 2 lost 50% of its audience, so if Loki, which was Marvel's top-rated show, lost half of its audience, what's that say for shows like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel? That's a great point. That's a great point and a great question. How can you say that you are going to have any sort of real viewership if your one show that actually had viewership lost half of its audience in the second season? That gives you zero hope for season 2s of She-Hulk, of Miss Marvel. It gives you absolutely zero hope. There's no way. Again, this is not about viewership. This is not about prominence. This is all about ideology. Every single bit of it is about ideology. They cannot cancel these shows. They have to double down. They have to. They have to double down. They have put themselves in this position where if they do not double down, then they become cancelable. And that's the issue. They don't want to ever be in that position again. They were in that position prior when they tried to fight the parental rights and education bill by saying, oh, just let it be. We want to stay out of politics. They tried to get canceled before. Now they don't want to do that again. So now they'll do whatever it takes to keep the woke mob away from them. But see, the problem with the woke mob is that you could try to adhere to them as much as you can, but they're going to come for you eventually. It's only a matter of time. The only way the woke mob doesn't have any power is if you don't give them any power. But unfortunately for these corporations, they give these people all the power in the world over them. So it says Moon Knight is tied for the second best with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the director star Oscar Isaac have teased season 2. Redditors are hoping for it to be part of the new Marvel Spotlight brand, which can unleash the true fury of the show. The Marvel Spotlight brand is separate from the MCU, as Echo is the first. However, it remains to be seen if separate actually means bad, as it has been said Echo is near unwatchable or was in a previous form. Now, I can't wait for Echo to come out. I've been saying that Echo is going to be such a massive bomb for Disney. I think Echo is for TV what the Marvels is for movies, right? So Echo is going to be literally that TV show that has such a massive failure rate that it's only going to be able to be tied to the Marvels. That's essentially it. So I think Echo is going to be god awful. I don't think they have any faith in the product. They're releasing it as a binge model. They only have 6 episodes. Echo is not going to do anything worth a damn, and we never expected it to, but they're going to use it as some sort of diversity big deal. They're going to put it all over Twitter. They're going to put all these clips out there of Echo. They're going to make sure you know she's deaf. They're going to make sure that you know that she's a diverse character, that she's indigenous. They're going to make sure you know all this stuff. They don't care to tell you about the story. They don't care to tell you to get you hyped for watching the TV show, but they damn sure want you to know that she's indigenous and she's deaf, because that's all that matters to Marvel and Disney when they make TV shows like Echo. So time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, what ends up happening if they do actually end up getting season 2s. I think the only one that should probably get any sort of a season 2, if you're just going based off numbers alone, is probably Moon Knight. But Moon Knight was pretty fucking sub-tier. Let me be honest with you. Moon Knight was garbage. I actually watched Moon Knight. I regret watching it, but I did watch it, and it was pretty fucking terrible, honestly. It had 1 or 2 cool moments that I thought was pretty badass, especially when he first transformed. But aside from that, the entire show was just girl boss bullshit. It really was. He was useless. He would literally be saved by a non-powered female every single time. He would be fighting one dude, she'll be fighting 8 dudes, and she'll be fine, and he would lose. It just makes no fucking sense. So we'll see what ends up happening, ladies and gentlemen, whether or not these shows get season 2s. But I promise you, the ones who are going to get season 2 is most likely going to be Miss Marvel and She-Hulk, because you know damn well they can't screw over the ladies. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.